When we think about a referral system, one of the first things we have to say is your business even ready for a referral system? Are you referable? Would you be proud to have your closest friends, your family, somebody walk into your business? Not just right now, not if you went and cleaned it up and threw all the clothes underneath the bed, but if at any given time, would you be happy and proud to have somebody walk into your business? I'd actually love to start today with a little bit of a poll. Drop the number one, numero uno, into the chat. If you know at any given time, 7 days a week, you would be proud to have somebody walk in that's your intimate closest friend. Drop the two if it's most of the time. Drop the three if you're like, ooh, I got some shit to figure out. How would you feel about your business right now? Drop it into chat for someone to walk in and just see what you have going on. Two, okay, we're starting off with some honesty most of the time. One, every day, okay, I like this. We're going to peel this onion back a little bit. A two, some of the time, yeah. So again, one is like, ooh, I'd be nervous for someone to walk in. A two is most of the time. Three is like, I don't know if my team is ready. I don't know if I'm ready for someone to see all the nooks and crannies. When we build a referral system, we need to be ready at all times. We need to be really proud of what we built. And it's not just hiding things underneath the closet, if you will, or in the closet, if you will. So we need to do an honest audit. And that's what today is. We want to be able to audit it and make sure that it's not just the space in of itself is the space clean, but there's an entire system built behind this. So I've already kind of said this. I jumped the gun. But if your friend walked away, if somebody came in, would they walk away saying, "Wow, nobody else in town does it that way"? So I preemptively asked you that question on purpose, right? I didn't want you guys to overthink it. Most of you guys gave me a one and two. Nobody said a three. And again, in this example, three was, "No, I'm not ready." But now we're going to really dive deep and make you really think if you really are ready. So if someone came to your website, is it easy to navigate? Does it show pictures of smiling, happy faces? If somebody was to go into AI and say, create me a weekend in Atlanta and include fitness, would you even show up or be relevant if that was your town that you lived in? Would you be proud from the top of the funnel all the way to the bottom of the funnel and everything in between? So it's not just, is it clean? Are your bathrooms clean? Do you have the nicest equipment? But what would your team say if they were wearing a staff shirt and you weren't there and someone brand new walked in today? Do they have a script to follow? How would they know if it was your mom? Would they treat her with respect the same way they treat your most loved athlete in your fitness facility? Or the person in the highest or lowest ranking employee in your electrical business? Like, what would it be? And that's what I want you guys thinking about. If somebody came into your space and you're offering a true one-on-one service, would they have the best hour of their day from second one till second minute 59? Or are there gaps that need to be filled in? And these are everything I want you guys thinking about today inside of their business. So the client lifecycle, actually, let me make these slides a little bit bigger. Boom, and move my face so you can still see me. There we go. The client lifecycle has quite a few phases. And this is something that if you haven't got into me with before, I really believe in this and something we need to be thinking about. So there's a full version, as you can see on this right here. There's the life cycle. It is literally from the second somebody knows you exist. A friend told them, because we're talking about referrals, they Googled or AI and found you. They drove by and saw your sign. From the second they learn you are actually an existing business, then they give you some type of threshold to cross. They give you their name, they volunteered their email, they started following you on social media. They have just become a potential buyer of your service. They are now a lead. So the life cycle is a full cycle. It's all three of these things. But do you have an easy way on all the areas that someone could find you for them to become a lead? Give you their name, their information, either phone number or email address. This is step one we need to think about. How easy is it for someone to find out about you and then give you their information? How smooth is that path? And is it easier for them to do that for you than any other business in town that you might be competing with? I'm going to pick on service-based businesses, home repair businesses. So if you own one right now, I'm sorry. But it's happened to me many times. I guarantee you one of you guys, maybe all of you, have experienced some type of home emergency at some point, semi-emergency. And if you haven't, hopefully it never happens to you. I'm knocking on wood for you. But you go and you all of a sudden need somebody right away or within a day or two in that business. And so you go on the internet and you say, okay, for me, it was some landscaping stuff last year when I was selling my house. My lawnmower literally broke the day it was supposed to be shown, and we were trying to sell it. So I needed my grass to be cut and the house, the yard to look tidy by tomorrow. Called the first place. They actually answered and they're like, yeah, we'll call you back in a little bit. We'll try to work you in. I was like, I literally was willing to pay a premium price. They never called me back or they didn't call me back fast enough. Second and third place didn't answer, didn't respond at all. Finally, the fourth place responded. He said it'd be a $150 upcharge. We can get you in this afternoon. I don't even know what the other place cost. Anyone could have charged me anything at that time. It was such an emergency. They made it the easiest for me. I don't know if they were the best in town. So if you are telling me in some of our calls you are the best business in town at what you do, yet you're not easy to respond to or easy to get a hold of, someone else might beat you on what we call speed to lead. So what does your lead nurture process look like? Are you proud of that? Could it be better? Again, go ahead and let's try this. Let's keep playing the game today. I'm here for it. And I drink a lot of coffee, so sorry about all of you. Drop a one if you think you're the best in town at what we call speed to lead. Drop a two if you think you're in the middle, and drop a three if you're like, oh crap, I never even knew speed to lead was a thing. Meaning, from the second someone finds you to getting back to them as fast as possible. So we got some twos already. Number one, I'm super fast. I'm the best in town. Two, I've never really thought about it. Three, oh God, I don't even have a process for speed to lead. All right, we got a one. We got Daniel's getting there. He's been working on that. A lot of middle. I'm gonna start taking out the option for the middle ground. I'm just gonna tell you guys yes or no, ones and twos for now on. But this is what we need to be thinking about. This okay. So we have the full life cycle. How long is someone gonna be with you? So the first one is speed to lead. The next one is your sales process. When you're in the sales process, again, I just referred you my mom. She's awesome. Whatever. She's excited to come to your space. She walks in, and I'm like, oh my God, Margot's gym is the best in town. Oh, Jesus has the best business in town. Go see his business. She's excited. You've made her feel great in the lead nurture process. You called her fast. You've been texting her. Now she walks in. What's she walking into? Is the space clean? Is there a chair waiting for her? Is there a nice whiteboard, pegboard thing that says "Welcome, Laura"? Is there a TV screen that says "Welcome, Laura"? What is there? What is she walking into? Or is it a 12:30 if you're a fitness gym and it's 12:30 class and there's barbells dropping all around her and there's music playing some AC/DC and she's like, "Oh shit, what did I just walk into?" How well are you really setting your sales process up? If you're meeting somebody on site for to sell your electrical business, are you wearing a polo or are you wearing the shirt that still has grease on it because you just got done with the last job? What does that process look like in the client lifecycle? Are you really the best in town? So just playing that game from your first introduction. So you've already done the lead nurture. And guys, we have a lot of slides to cover, by the way. I'm just like I told you, too much coffee today. So you got the lead nurture. You got them to come into your space, or you're meeting them on site, or you're meeting them wherever they are for your type of business. How well do you think you do that? How welcoming? Is there water? Is there a towel? Is there clear signage? Do they know where to park? Again, one, if I kick ass in this, I do it amazing. There's no doubt about it. I'm going to keep being kind. Two, if it's like, ooh, I think about this, but I could do better. Three, it's like, oh crap, I've never even thought about what their first impression really looks like. First impressions. One, Karen, okay, so there's water, there's a pegboard, they know where to sit, they know what parking looks like. Maria, yes, I love it. Some ones, guys, we're proud of this onboarding process. We're rolling, we're rolling. So then we get them past the sales process and we get into 90 days and beyond. Do people know what you expect of them? They joined your business, they're here. If you're a hair salon, they expect to get their hair cut from you for the rest of their hair life. If hopefully they're not going bald, but they're going to stay with you for a long time. They're using your electrical service for this project and they're going to use it for a future project because they're a developer of some sort. Do they know? And in my gym, this was a slogan of ours internally. We want to be the last gym you will ever go to. So if you joined at 22 right out of college, or if you joined at 67 and you were just getting over a hip surgery, we wanted to have the products and the processes that we were going to be the last gym you will ever join. We had a kids class, a longevity class, we had personal training, we had semi-private, we had CrossFit, we had weightlifting, we had yoga, we had breath work, we had nutrition coaching. We literally named our gym Myriad because we offered myriad of everything. We wanted to be the last place anyone ever needed to join. It was something we were proud of, and we worked our asses off to make a reality. I'm not telling you guys to be as crazy as I was, but my clients knew that we wanted them and wanted to set them up for success, that would be something they were going to be experiencing. So, how many of you are having that same experience right now? You're telling people this is what's going to happen in the first 90 days. This is what the first year should look like. And then we have milestone clubs that when you do one project with us, we send you gifts. We use things like powerful moments. We use unreasonable hospitality. We expect you to be with us for a very long time. Same game, one last time. Drop a one if you think you really set your clients up from day one. You tell them, this is what I expect. This is what's going to look like. They know there's a 90-day journey, maybe a 6-month journey, and then you're expecting them to be with you for a very long time. Drop a one if you think you have that dialed in and there's clear expectations. Drop a two if you're thinking about it, but you're not really doing it all the time. And drop a three if you go, oh crap, I do not have an actual 90-day and beyond journey. All right. So we're thinking about it. We're dancing. I like this. I like that where we're at with all this today, guys. We're thinking about these things, and everyone's admitting there's some room for improvement. And that's what we're going to talk about for the next 15 or 20 minutes here. What are we really doing once people enter all three of these stages? I've already talked about quite a few what I am talking about today, but this is what I want us to think about. So I'm sorry, the whole thing is the client life cycle, but inside that life cycle, there's three distinct stages: lead nurture, sales process, and 90 days and beyond. And again, I'm not teaching all these today, but this is what I want you guys to think about. And I want to zoom in on that one question. Are you really, really proud of each part of this? And in order to do that, we need to create some systems. To me, these are the 5 showcase systems that really say you're world class. Someone says, I have to come back to this space. If you're in the restaurant business, unfortunately, you experience this in probably one of the worst ways. If my friend or my mom or whoever it is tells me this restaurant is the best one in town, they are amazing. And I'm sure most of you guys have experienced something similar. You go to have that first meal, you're so excited, and you have a shit experience. Maybe you even get sick afterwards for whatever reason. Maybe the food had nothing to do with it, but you get sick the day after. How often, if you have a really poor quality experience at a restaurant, how many of you are really willing to give that restaurant a second shot? Or it takes a long time to give them a second shot if you do that. So some of us, the service-based industries, we get one chance to make an impression. And if we're in a specific niche of an industry, because I owned one, I'll say a CrossFit gym. If a different CrossFit gym in town does a really sucky job on someone's first impression, I now have a 10x hill to climb because someone has now perceived CrossFit, the name, as a bad brand, and they don't realize that we're all individually owned and operated, and we do things completely different. So now we have a whole nother can of worms to open up if we're in certain niches of business. Sauna experiences are like that. If there's anyone in here that owns any saunas or cold plunge, you go to the wrong place that has a cold plunge and it's too cold. No one's coaching them through it. They jump in, the cold shocks them, they hate it. Or you go somewhere, the ambiance is nice, the lighting is right, they have towels set up, they have slippers for you. You get in the cold plunge, someone's talking you through it with breath work and a coach. There was a whole experience around it. You have one chance to impress somebody. So, what are your main systems that make someone go, dang, I can't wait to come back to this place? And how well built are they? We've already talked about a lot of this, but we're going to dive deeper. Your pre arrival checklist. Most of you guys wrote a 2 for how proud you are when someone actually comes in or they find you for the first time. You guys can start poking around at this. We're going to do an audit here in a few minutes at the end of today. But if your kind of eyes are darting around the screen, you're kind of in motion. I get it. I show up to these calls like this if you're live. If you're watching this and recording, then you can maybe start to pause and think about this, or just wait because we're going to do this homework together in a minute. Go look at your website. Is it easy for me to enter and get a consultation or come talk to you or get some type of communication? Can I click a button and book an appointment, or are you waiting on me to do the work? If it says call us or email us, you are already a step behind. Because if you say email us or contact us, I now have to open my email browser. I have to copy and paste or hope that little button actually opens Gmail and doesn't open some erroneous email thing on my computer. You guys know what I'm talking about. You click someone's email and it like opens some file on your computer. You don't even know how to do it. Is your contact page actually 1 to 3 clicks? You get 3 clicks maximum to be a great process for somebody to be booking an appointment with you. That appointment might be a phone call. It might put the ball in your court for you to start to call them back. But if you don't have their information within 3 clicks, someone down the street's doing it better than you already. How easy is it for them to book and have a conversation with you in under 30 seconds? It says here, I say 3 clicks. If someone asks AI, which is real, by the way, if you guys aren't doing this or someone else is doing this, I guarantee it. And most of you have probably tried this. I'm going on a vacation to Chattanooga this weekend. I'm not. Give me the 5 best places to eat, sleep. I want to get a workout in, and I want some nighttime entertainment. Claude, ChatGPT, build me an itinerary. You guys, if you own gyms and you're not looking up, if you're coming up in the AI world like that, you are 10 steps behind right now. The best gyms are doing that. That's why blogging matters. That's why writing about what you guys actually service matters. And I'm sorry if I told you I was going to sting some of you today, and this might be sting point 1. If people are doing this more and more, especially if they're traveling. Now, those might not be your ideal clients, and you don't really care if you show up for that. But someone's also saying, I need to lose 20 pounds and I have knee pain. What's the best gym in town that helps me do that? Someone's saying, I need an electrician that can do a big project, and my boss, and I'm an intern, and my boss told me to find the best 5 electrical companies in town. And those interns are lazy. Not offense to them. That's just what they're getting trained in. So they're going to AI. Who's the 5 best electricians that can get a job done in 30 days or less? Are you coming up in that? Do you want to come up in that scenario? And we need to start to understand, does our business come up in the AI Google presence? Because more and more people are searching for things like this. So think about it. What would someone AI/Google, it's called GEO, by the way, Generative Engine Optimization. What would people look up in GEO for your business? And if you know your niche because, hey, you're in Perfect Day Living and you've gone through this with me, you should be looking up, does your niche show up? Do you show up in your niche when people look for things like this? Parking and signage. This is a big one if you're in a moderate to big size city. Too many times I see it where people don't know where to park. I've just showed up somewhere yesterday to go something, and actually it was Monday. I went to get a massage, and half the parking lot was for whatever other business, and it was like real small signs, but it says like hair salon XYZ, park here. And I was like, oh, I didn't realize I was supposed to park on the other side of the parking lot. I wish they would have told me. It didn't matter really, but it would have been a much nicer experience if they would have sent me a message and said, our parking lot's on the right, even though it's not obvious. Don't park on the left because the hair salon has those spots. I was like, oh, that would have been nice. What is your space like? I know, again, in some of your spaces, there's the back door, there's the garage door. Can people walk in the garage door in the middle of the day? What if your 12:30 class is going on and you're doing 4x400 meter runs and 20 people come rushing out the door at once? And it's my first experience walking into your space. I'm like, whoa, herd of elephants. I'm not playing Jumanji today. Come on, anyone get my Jumanji experience? Gotta have some fun, guys. But what does that parking and signage look like? Again, a nicely done video sent an hour before that's you outside saying, Karen, I can't wait to have you at my space. Here's the parking lot. You're going to be looking for the neon light sign up there. I'm going to see you in an hour. Can't wait to see you for that meeting. Park in these 3 spots. We actually have designated spots for new member intros. So you know exactly where to park. Whoa, that's a whole different experience because no one in town has a spot in the front of the space that says new members park here. The pre-visit video, I just said that. What are you doing? Are you sending us a video? Are you doing a 60-second clip? I can't wait to see you today. Thank you for calling us. It's from the owner. Maybe you're not even doing the intros anymore, but a video from you. Maybe you even make a generic video that lives, that makes it feel like it's always shot, but your team knows how to use that. And what kind of automations do you have in place for this? So these are just a big list. These are things you should be thinking about. If you're not hitting the highest level for all 5 of these things, you have area to grow. And this is going to make you a better, someone's going to say, dang, I can't wait to refer my friends here because no one else in town has a specified parking spot. No one else in town is sending a video welcoming people. No one else in town has a water or a LaCroix sitting at the front desk when they walk in. This is why people want to refer their friends here, because you are doing something that no one else could do. So then they walk in. Does someone look up and smile as soon as they walk in? Or are you just getting done with your last set of whatever you were doing and running in? Oh my God, I have the intro right now. We used to literally have one of those little white pegboard things that you like put the letters in. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but also amazing. And we said welcome and the person's name. So when they walked in, we changed it every time and they did it. Sometimes we also had a TV that was a little easier, so we would just change the TV because it was a computer screen. But it literally would welcome people in with that. It was very clear. There was 2 chairs with a little desk and a little bottle of water. We were going to be sitting there. We actually went out of our way and spent too much money, but air conditioned a small part of our space that had air conditioning heating better than the rest of the space so that people sat in comfort. And we actually purposely put windows into this cubicle. I'm not telling you to do all this. We had the money to spend on this, but we made an experience so someone didn't feel overwhelmed the day they walked in. Are the bathrooms clean? Is there actually a space that feels like it's nice in there? Or they feel like, oh my God, I just walked in and I just needed, hey, I just drove 10 minutes. I can't use the restroom. The first thing they do is walk into the restroom and there's no toilet paper and there's no soap left. Stuff matters. This stuff matters. I actually went to a car place the other day to work on something, and the regular bathroom was being used. And I said, can I use the bathroom before I leave? And they said, oh, yeah, come out. You can use our employee one. It was gross. It was so gross. I was like, dang, hiding, again, talking about throwing stuff underneath the bed, hiding shit behind the closet. And I was like, ooh, that's why they don't let people use it. I understand. But like they did in this case, and they were hiding stuff. I was like, ugh, what's the rest of this place look like? Hospitality. Again, snacks, coffee, water. This is actually a great foolproof way if you are in a booking software type of place to say an hour before someone shows up, you text them and say, hey, we love to offer people water or coffee. Just want to make sure, which one would you prefer today? Because if somebody responds to that, 99% of the time now they're going to show up. If they don't respond to, do you want a coffee or a LaCroix? They're probably not showing up today. So an hour ahead of that meeting, like, oh, maybe this person's not going to show up. Which again, depending on your business, that matters a lot. And then your energy. Can you fake it till you make it for the moment that someone walks in? Do you actually have a clean shirt on that's not sweaty and raggedy? Do you actually have a good appearance? Whoever's doing it. Do your coaches know what the expectation is if you're not doing it? Does your staff know what the sales process looks like if they're doing it? All of this stuff matters, and this is not on you. I often talk about things from my own personal lens in the CrossFit world, but most of you don't even own CrossFit gyms. So what does that look like for your front of house? What does that look like in your front of staff? I talked about this car dealership the other day. They let me use the back bathroom. Well, they weren't thinking that someone might use that from time to time, and it was gross. So like these are things that matter. If you don't own a gym, there's way more to this than just what we're talking about there. So what's the welcome look like? Again, these are just 5 bullet points. There's more. But if you're not doing a 10 out of 10 job on all 5 of these bullet points, you can't put a 1 in my question I asked earlier. Then there's the experience. Do they have that clear path forward? Does a person delivering the service have an exact plan for making that visitor successful? We have to. We are a small service-based business, most of us. If we aren't extremely clear on what we use prescriptive method is, we're confusing people. So when you walk in and you say, this is the exact service I am selling you, based on everything you've told me, this is exactly how I'm going to solve your problems. This is exactly how I'm going to deliver you a world-class electrical service. This is exactly how I'm going to solve your problems. This needs to be a clear path from day one. This is why we usually build pricing binders or have a pricing sheet on an iPad or some type of screen. This is exactly what I'm giving you, and there's no confusion. Did you know their name? I'll go back to the board. Did you say their name? Did you start to look up their goals? I don't care if you call it creepy. I looked up people on social media. If they had a public profile, I would tell them, hey, I was so excited to meet you today. I threw your name onto social media to see if we had any friends in common because we're there. And I noticed that 5 of your friends actually go here. That's awesome. Maybe it was creepy, but if they're making their stuff public on social media, that's their choice. And I don't think I ever had anyone actually push back. Maybe someone went home and was like, "Oh, that guy was kind of weird." I never had that experience up front because I wanted to know who people were. They weren't just an appointment. I never wanted someone to be a number. I wanted them to know that I cared about them. And I would tell them, "Oh, I love to get to know our members. It really matters to us." So I threw your name into Facebook really quick, and I wanted to see if you knew anyone else in town. And it finds out you're actually friends with 5 people that go here already. Sometimes that actually helped them to say, "Oh, this isn't a good place. My ex-husband goes here." Oh shit, that never really happened, but I always thought something like that would happen. The wow moment. Is there one thing in the experience that makes someone say, "No one else does it this way"? I'm not telling you guys to go spend a bunch of money. It might be that parking spot. That might be the one thing. No one else has a new member parking spot in town. No one else is offering that coffee the way we are. But I really want you thinking about how you create a wow moment. You have to do it better than someone else in town. And then the confidence. Does the visitor leave feeling like they know your stuff better? They know exactly what you're prescribing. They know how you're going to solve their problem, and it's a real product. Or do they leave going, "Oh my God, there was 25 things. I have to think about going unlimited or 3 times a week. I have to think about doing this on ramp. I have to think about if I want nutrition on top of it. Oh gosh, can I make it on Wednesdays and Fridays? Because or they walk it. I'm going to do I'm doing the on ramp. All I need to care about right now is I'm going to do 6 sessions, and they're going to make sure I don't get injured, and they're going to make me feel proud of my starting on my journey. And I have 6 sessions to worry about right now. That's it. These are the levels and areas that we want to be getting into. How well are we doing this type of stuff? Every service-based industry has these moments, guys. I know there's an array of different people in here. If you're a gym owner, a salon, a pool owner, the comedy club, whatever you are, there's every single one of you has to have these type of things. What do you do when they walk out? Oh, this is probably where things fall apart for so many people. Did you actually text them? "Hey, thank you." Even if they don't buy, it was so nice to meeting you. I can't believe you knew Mary, my neighbor. That was so cool. I'm so happy to connect with you. If they didn't buy your service, do they walk away with a plan anyways? "Oh, I can't afford it." Great. What can you afford? "Well, I can only afford half of what you cost." You know what? You seem like you're really on this and you really want to buy something like this. Again, in my experience, I have a free 2 week at home workout guide. I'd love to give it to you. Can I email it to you? I understand you might not afford our service today. We truly had a friend that that worked at like a global box personal training place. I refer to people all the time because they were like $55 an hour, and I don't really know the inner workings. We were 85 to 100. "Hey, I can't afford you. What can you afford?" "I can afford about 50. Great. My friend Chris, he works down the street. I'll send you guys an email. I'll connect you guys. Hopefully, he can help you. And when you're ready for something better, we're going to be here for you." Don't ever let someone walk away saying, "I'm going to think about it," with no clear prescriptive next step. Great. You need to think about it? Great. Here's a workout you can do tonight while you're thinking about it. You need to think about it? Great. Here's a link to our comedy online so you can watch some of our stuff on YouTube. You need to think about it? Great. Here's 3 referrals we have of people that we've done electrical jobs. You can read what they said about us. But if they're walking away with nothing and thinking about it, good luck getting them back. Do they know when you're going to follow up? "Okay, you're going home to think about it. I'm going to reach back out tomorrow at noon. If I call you at noon, will you be able to answer?" "No, you can't." "Okay, how about 3 o'clock? Can I call you at 3 and answer?" "No." "Great. Well, what's the best mode for me to communicate with you?" "Yeah, just text me." "Okay." If they don't know that clear next step, then you're already a step behind. You're not ready for referrals, guys, if I'm going to send my mom there and you can't do all these things for you. The referral loop. I will live and die on this mountain all day with you guys. Do clients know that you want referrals? Do they know you're looking to grow? I hear it from people all the time. "Oh no," I tell all my clients. They've already told me they brought all their friends to my facility. All their friends already know about it. Well, guess what? I moved in October, and guess what? I've made about 10 new friends. I don't know if they're my friends yet. I think they are because they're my neighbors. They're people that didn't exist in my ecosystem last October. So 8 to 10 months ago, I didn't even know these 10 new people. If you asked me for a referral last summer, a year ago, And I said, all my friends come here. And now you ask me now, and I have 10 new friends. These things matter. I coach my son's soccer team now. I wasn't coaching it a year ago. So now I have another 8 adults I can be reaching out to. I guarantee you, everyone that's watching this call, or if you're watching on record or live, your lives have changed over the last 3 to 6 months, and you probably know one or three or 20 people that you didn't know then. So if you ask for a referral once, it's not over. And then you need to give me a reason to come in. I just mentioned my kid's soccer team. Hey, I heard you're coaching your son's soccer team. Do you think at the end of the season I could do a free fitness day for them and bring their parents in and they can see our gym? Hey, I heard you own a business as well and you might be expanding. Did you know we offer electrical services for rehab buildings? Yeah, just keep us in mind. I'd love to connect with you. If it's okay, I'll reach out in 3 months. Make it easy for them. Do bring a friend days. Do women only days. Do a wine and workout. I just saw one called barbecue and barbells. I thought that was really cool. Or it was what was it? It was like wings and something. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. It's like make a reason for people to want to show up. We used to, again, I'm going back to the gym world, but during the holiday time around Christmas, we would watch the movie Elf. We'd pull out all of our rowing machines. We had 15 of them. We would tell everyone to bring their friends in. And our goal was to keep your rowing machine moving the entire time during the movie. Bring snacks, hang out, bring your family. We would literally watch the movie Elf during Christmas break in the US, and we would just row on our rowing machines with their families. We'd get like 40 people in our space, just having a good time, watching the movie and rowing for free. I gave them a reason. And the people would bring their neighbors or their family. You know, it's like the Griswolds all showed up. No, not really, but like there's a whole crew of people showing up because I gave them a reason. It was more than just, do you have a friend? When a client brings someone, you have to be acknowledging it. You have to be saying thank you. Some of you guys have given me referrals before. I'm sending gifts. You don't know I'm going to send it, but I'm going to send it to you. Now I'm telling you my secrets, but I do it. And we go and make it real. I'll text you. I'll call you. Thank you so much. That means the world to me. If you're not acknowledging your clients, even just a call and saying thank you or a handwritten card and saying thank you because you don't have extra money, that still goes a tremendous distance for saying thank you. And then close the loop and tell somebody what your plan is. Does the referring client hear what happened with their friend? Margot referred Megan. Hey, Margot, just want to let you know, Megan said no right now. She said it's about finances. I'm going to be reaching out to her in October again. So next time you see her, just let her know that I'm still going to be following back up. Everything is good. I just want you to know so you don't feel confused next time you see her out at women's night or whatever. You have to be constantly communicating. Don't leave any confusion. So we're going to go through 5 questions right now. Yes or no. Each one is for your systems. And I just want those honest answers. Count your yeses, and that's going to be your score today. So 5 out of 5 is going to be perfect in what we're looking for. If someone Googled you or asked AI about your business right now, would you be proud about what they found? You can even go try this. I've had people on our live calls already go and do this. And if not, you could do it after you're watching this if you're watching on record. Try a couple different searches, especially in the AI world. Are we the best facility? And then insert the blank. Do we provide a safe place for women? Do we provide a safe place for people just getting started? Do we make people feel welcome? Which business in town makes people feel the most welcome when choosing a home renovation, if that's something you do? So, thinking about your service and what you guys offer, go in and put that into Google or AI and see what it's bringing back. Also, could be helpful to do these in incognito tabs so that anything that you're kind of, even in AI world, there's a little ghost button that you can kind of do that will mask some of your previous. Obviously, you're the owner or you're the leader, so it's going to mask some of your previous stuff there if you want to look at it a little bit deeper. Yes or no? If somebody Googled you or asked AI, would you be 100% happy with what they find or what you find? Keep that to yourself for now. We're gonna get a score out of 5 in a second. If a first timer walked in, completely cold called, you were in the middle of doing something, maybe there's only like think about your busiest time of the day. Would they be greeted within the first 15 to 30 seconds of your business? And this has to be across all times of the day. This can't be like right now while you're on this call because you're sitting next to the door. Would a visitor say you gave them the best experience possible? For many of these service based businesses I work with, and not all of you, your hair salons, massage therapists, gym owners, it's usually about an hour. So I'm saying best hour of their day. But if you're not, if you're giving a one on one, you're doing a home remodel, you're doing electrical service, you're doing like, would somebody walk away saying that was the best experience they could have had? Yes or no? You guys don't have to put these in now. You're keeping your own score. Yes or no? Does every new client 100% of the time get a personal follow up message within 2 hours of their first visit? Not their sales process, but after their first session, their first intake with you, do they get some type of personal message within 2 hours? Yes or no? And have you told your clients out loud that you grow by word of mouth and love when they bring in new friends? Yes or no? Have you done that in the last week? With all of this, so score 1 to 5. This is what I'm really looking for. Yes gives you a score. No just gives you a 0. What are we getting right now? 3. We'll have to look at that in a second. 5. Oh yeah, Maria, you rocking it. 2. This is what I mean by being ready for referrals. Next week, we're going to build the full referral system. We've been building referral blocks the last 3 or 4 calls. We want you to be confident 5 out of 5 on these things because once a referral comes in, and I keep using my mom as my silly example, if she comes in and you get one chance to hook her, and yet she gets a 3 out of 5 on this, and nobody followed up with her within 2 hours of leaving, nah, they were nice. It was a good experience, but nobody ever followed up with me, and I didn't really know what my next steps were. And trust me, she's one of the most stubborn women you'll ever meet in your entire life. So if you don't get 5 out of 5 on this, you don't get a chance to get her as a member. This is what I want you guys to think about. Now do this. These are your action items for today. We've already been kind of doing these. Go to your own website. Try to book an appointment. Can you do it within 3 clicks? Do the AI search that we've been talking about. Text a friend or coworker. Ask them to go through your website and try to sign up as if they were a new client and give you honest feedback. Oh, that one always stings. Look at your competitors you respect. Now, I say this one lightly because I don't love to compare. I think comparison is the thief of joy. But if there's other competitors in town that are doing something better than you, don't try to do what they're doing. Look at what they're doing and be better than them. So go through their space. Maybe have some, we used to do this all the time, especially when Orange Theory and all that stuff was breaking out. We'd go try those classes all the time. Spin classes, I'd never want to go to a spin class in my day of my life, but I do it. I wanted to know what they were doing. Why does someone like their space better than ours? I wasn't trying to compete with everybody all the time, but I wanted to know if there were certain things I could be doing better. And we have to do this. We have to take these things away. So your homework is pick one no from the audit and turn it into a yes. 1. So if you weren't a 5 out of 5, pick 1 and start to take the steps to turn it into a yes. This will probably become your I am statement next week if you don't have it already done for Monday. Fill out your own website information. And if you don't have a form on your website, there's a big first step. But see exactly what your clients see. Ask me or Daniel to do it for you. We're happy to go fill out forms. I get forms from all sorts of websites. I'm in all sorts of lead nurture processes from all over the world. Have a friend go through your whole client journey, especially if you have other staff members. You could play this game, and we used to do this. Our staff hated it. But when I would send some friend in and go through the whole sales processes if they didn't know anything about us, I would even have them sign up, and I'd reimburse them later on. Go through our again, gym experience. I'd go through the on-ramp, and they're doing audits for me. Now, I only did like 2 or 3 times in my 12 years, but we went that deep. When I had my coaches doing stuff, I would just send someone through. Then finally, walk through your space more often. Set a time on your calendar where you're really looking at things. I know you guys are proud of your space, but one kettlebell being out of place, one bathroom being dirty, one front office not having water in the fridge, one receptionist being on their phone, one thing out of place can make the whole thing look a little squirrely. And again, you only get one experience for these referrals. And as a reminder, I've been talking about it, but next week, we're doing this whole thing. I'm not going to go into the depths I went in today, but you have to start off saying, I am so proud of everything I do. In all of that part of that referral part, I'm going to go back to the very beginning. In everything in this client life cycle, you know you have touch points. You know you're doing the lead nurture from the second someone gives you their name. People know what your sales process and what you know what it is, and your staff knows what it is. And then there's a clear vision beyond 90 days of what to actually experience there. There's a place for all of this in your spaces. I know I'm asking a lot. I know it's going to sting today. I know some of you are going, oh my God, I still have so many other things to worry about. This is not an overnight fix. This is when we go back to that decision making and Eisenhower matrix in the original 9 lessons, and we learn exactly what we need to do better, do now, what we need to delegate, what we need to delete, and what we need to ignore. Because for some of your business, some of these things don't matter, but for most of yours, they do. And you cannot put all of this in an urgent and important category. It's way too big of an elephant to eat. So take a breath if you're feeling overwhelmed. This is going to be a saved video. You can come back and watch it. You have your one-on-one calls, you have your group calls, but this is a major milestone to come across. If you want to have the best referral system in town, all these things need to be in place.